everyone, and welcome to Sports Fan Talk. I am your humble host, Big G.
Raider Mike.
Raider lady in the building.
All right.
It's your boy, the Young Architect.
Yes, indeed. We're about to get it going on tonight. Got a lot of nice, juicy subjects to talk about. Lots of, things going on in sports. Especially, we're going to start it off where we at in this here Bay Area. But the Warriors coming back to tie the series up 2-2. And I'm going to let the Architect start us off this time. What do you think about the Warriors coming back and tying the series up, man, when everybody had us counted out?
Hey, man, look, people saying that Stephen Curry can't carry a team. He damn sure did that in game 4. I'm not, as a Warrior fan, I know that that's not his forte. That's not what he's been asked to do for a majority of his career, but he's showing right in front of us that, one, he really wants that finals MVP, and two, that if called upon, and his mind is there, he can for surely carry that team. You look at it, his right-hand man, Clay, did not have the best of games. Draymond is, again, another fucking terrible, terrible outing on the offensive side. It's when it comes to scoring. Granted, he had Jordan Poole and Wiggins. They contributed, but those aren't the guys that that they would expect, especially coming from the experience that Draymond and Clay have. You just see Steph out there he's giving his all, man. He's doing the best as he possibly can. And I think that'll hopefully that trickles down to everyone else. I'm more so looking at Clay because he's been more in a hell of a slump. Hopefully he picks it up over the next game and they get things back going. But man, this is definitely a hard fought series, man. Both teams are playing really, really hard. Obviously on the physical side, Boston is more, they have more of the advantage, but I think when it comes to the finals, that experience that the Warriors have, you can see it plays a long way. I'm curious to see how this next game going to play out because of all this back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see that. If Steph continues to play at the rate that he's been playing at, I don't see why the Warriors still don't come out on top. And that's what I got to say about that.
All right. Raider Lady 19. I know you're chomping at the bit, and we want to hear what you got to say.
Man, good series though. Good series. I think Boston is the better team. Hands down, I said it from the beginning. I thought that they are a championship team strictly because the way they play ball. They play a driving kick. They play an old school game, if you want to call it that. They look for the lanes and they pass to their open guys. But what they did in this last game is they got in that last 4-minute mark between 6 minutes and 2 minutes in the side of the fourth quarter, they were up by 5 points. That whole 4 or 5 minute stretch, poorly executed basketball. I got to put that onus on Udoka because your team got caught up like the Warriors beat every team is when they start to play like them. They had 5 possessions. I counted it 5 straight possessions of 3-point attempts, made none of them. The only time, and you get caught up in the dribble 3-point shot. You cannot do that. The only team who can do that is Golden State. Is that because they got that man named Curry? That's the only person who can yo-yo the ball and sit out there and continuously shoot a 3 and knock down that shot. If you try to play their game, they will beat you. Boston has to get back to high pick and roll, drive the lane, make the defense collapse. Then you can hit your shooters outside. But they got caught up and they lost that game. They should be up 3-1 because what's his name? Draymond, non-motherfucking factor. All mouth right now. All mouth. He's getting outplayed by Williams. He's getting outplayed by Horford. Right now, Wiggins. I got to give it up to Wiggins. Wiggins is their saving grace. No, period. He is their saving grace right now. He's hitting the mid-range shot. He's on the glass because they can't rebound with them. So that guard rebounded has been superb by Wiggins. I got to give him that. Pull defensive liability straight up. He can guard no one. Okay,
Yeah.
he likes to shoot threes and he likes to show his teeth. That's what he do. All right, defending, no. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of. But I tell you, I'm gonna end it on this. This series will be. These last 3 games will come down to me the point guard play, and it is on Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart has to be aggressive. When he wants to sit back and shoot threes, they're in trouble. He has to drive the lane. If he's not in playmaker mode, they're not going to be able to overcome Golden State because they got too much of a championship pedigree. So to me, that's the key factor coming in these last 3 games is how Marcus Smart plays. If he drives the lane and he gets inside those and kick and drive and all that stuff, that'll ease up things for Tatum, because right now he's feeling the pressure. He's doing too much dribbling. That's why he has a massive amount of turnovers. So he needs somebody else to be able to create plays, and it has to be Marcus Smart. Jaylen Brown is doing Jaylen Brown things. Nobody on that team can guard Jaylen Brown, not a person. So it comes down to me, Marcus Smart, and the rebounding.
Okay, I like that. I see here, Raider Mike, man, you want to get up in there. I know you want to say some things.
Like I said, you can't come and play in Curry's playground basketball if you can't get down. If you can't shoot, don't come to the playground because you're going to lose the game. My take on it, okay, yeah, Curry went for 43, and, Clay, like I said, he had his best game, but he had 18 points. Wiggins was in double figures. What he had 16, 17 points or something. Poole had 14. Warriors beat them in the last 3 minutes. It's just not Boston was missing. They missed shots, but it was defense. It boiled down to defense win championships, like they said, right? Boston supposed to have the best defense. Where was it at? Where was it at? It was not there. They're inexperienced. The Warriors are out. They're being outcoached. In that fourth quarter, they were outcoached. I'm sorry. I mean, in order for Boston to win, like I said, they can't come and play playground basketball with the Warriors. They're going to lose. They're going to have to get it back to the way they play the style of basketball. And like she said, I agree with her. Point guard, he can't shoot threes. He got to go to the basket and set up everybody else. If he don't do that, I'm going to tell you right now, Warriors going to beat them on Monday, and they'll turn around and beat them the next game too. If Boston don't, I said 4 games to 2, and damn it, I'm going to stick to 4 games to 2. I mean, Boston is not the better team. So if they were, they'd be up 3-1, right? That's how I'm saying. I don't want to hear all this East Coast, West Coast, this biased bullshit. Let's recognize greatness for what it is. I'm not even a Warrior fan, but they got that pedigree. And they also plan to send Andre Iguodala out as a champion. So think about that. Warriors got a lot of motivation.
Yeah.
Boston trying to play for that 18th one. Me as a Laker fan, we don't want you to get that. You're not going to. We're going to get that before you get it. And that's my whole take why I'm pushing on so hard about it with the Warriors winning, because the person to get product 18 has got to be us, not them. So my thing is, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I mean, I hate to. I never even thought I'd be up here talking damn Warriors. Warriors the furthest thing from my mind. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pay attention though, man. I mean, you got to put them on notice though. I mean, they are good. So recognize the great.
Give us some dap up in here.
Give you some credit. Give y'all some credits up here. But I'm just gonna say the Warriors win the series. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
And you know what? I got a little something to say up in here, man. You know what? Is something's been activated in Steph, man. You know what I'm saying? Like what I've seen, like through watching the Warriors through their run, he's never taken the mantle, you know what I mean? Just went and grabbed the glory, you know what I mean? And like we've seen Kobe in his instances, he went and you could see like, all right, this is my time. I have to do this. And, no Shaq, I got Powell, Gasol, whatever. He went and got it. We've seen Michael Jordan time and time again, like, this is mine. I'm going to get it. We never seen Steph like that. No Steph. in that first run, we had the consummate team. Everybody sharing the ball every game. Like, oh, the Warriors as a team have 40 assists. The Warriors have 50 assists. Oh my God, it's ball sharing. Then when we had KD, we had the freaking nuke bomb. So all we had to do, oh shit, offense is slow, give it to KD, boom, we got a bucket. You know what I mean? Now, look at this. The babyface assassin looks like a babyface assassin. You know what I mean? He is mixing cats up. You know what I mean? He mixing you up, going to the hole. Mixing you up, pulling up behind the three-point line. I mean, the dude, all this shit about, hey, he needs an MVP to be validated. It looks like he's going to get it, but the thing about it, he's doing it within the framework of the offense. So he doesn't look like he's going solo. He doesn't look like, for years, the big knock on Kobe was like, God dang, man, he don't want to pass the ball. You remember Shaq told the story?
He said, "Oh, you better go grab it off the rebound."
Nah, the freaking team was like, "Hey, man, Kobe ain't passing the ball, man." So Shaq went and talked to him. Was like, "Hey, Kobe, man, everybody complaining you ain't passing the ball, man. There ain't no I in team." Kobe is like, "Yeah, but there's M and the E in that motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? So around here, man, Steph, he's dominating within the framework of the offense, and you can see his teammates. Man, what was a telltale sign of his teammates buying in is like it's his time. When GP2 had that open three, and instead of taking it, he stopped, dropped the ball off, screamed for Steph, and Steph hit that three. That to me was like a summation of this is what it is. And I think everyone else is kind of coming up to that level. And like Cuzzo said, Wiggins is solid as they come right about now. A lot of times the Celtics are making runs. Wiggins will come in and put up on the mid-range and hit that. I don't like him shooting threes right now. Every now and then he make them, but I'm like his mid-range game, I like that. And the fact that he's getting on them boards, because the Celtics have two greyhounds, man. JB and JT, they're in their prime, 6'6", 6'8". You know what I mean? Them dudes, in the years to come, they're gonna need to be dealt with. But right now, I think the Celtics are the more talented team on the top tier. I think top to bottom include playoff experience and everything. The Warriors are the more championship-ready team. You know what I mean? We got the pedigree. We got the nuclear bomb and Steph right now. You know what I mean? If anybody else comes along and enjoys the ride, we'll be okay. The Celtics, they're just too young, too inconsistent. And, if Clay goes off and have a play game, then, you can just shut the door on everything.
You kiss the
Warriors
baby.
by 30.
Yeah.
They can defend Clay. That's the thing.
Not when he's hot.
They're making him work.
Man,
that man is an open screen door.
But you know what?
Okay.
Clay has
but he still scored.
For real, they attacking him. No, real talk. They attacking him. When they see Clay, like Jalen eyes light up.
They want to make him work too. Yeah, for sure.
Clay has what we call Clay got dum-dum strength.
You have to make shooters work.
Remember in that movie Life when Eddie Murphy was talking about what's his name character, Bokeem Woodbine? Can't get right. He got that dum-dum strength. That's Clay on when he get an inch on a jumper, he got dum-dum strength. He'll just pull it and he'll make it.
Besides all that, right now, Steph Curry is shooting like 49% from three in the finals.
He got to. He has to. He doesn't, they don't win.
Oh, for a fact, 100%. But
he doing
that within itself is like
everybody else is feeding
immaculate, bro. Like
Clay or Steph is going to get that. The Warriors in 6, I still have it. If they win Monday, they're winning back in Boston.
They'll win it on Tuesday or whenever.
They're gonna win that next
Wednesday.
game.
Yeah.
Steph get that MVP.
It's not an if.
And then he'll be considered top 10 all time. Although we know it's not gonna be pure.
Come on, Cuzzo.
Look. Hear what I got to say. It's not pure basketball talent because he's not even cracking the top. To me, 20, if you go physical talent, freaking you get into Wilt, Kareem, Jordan, LeBron, all that. He ain't cracking top 10 in that. But he is
Man,
cracking
what?
top 10 as far as what he is to the game. He changed the game.
Oh.
He changed the way it's played.
He
There's no
did.
denying that.
That's the truth.
Man, there's a
That's the
reason.
truth.
There's a reason Zoe's coach has her shooting threes, and she's only 13 in the AAU game. I'm like,
Right.
man,
Right.
you know,
Hey,
all
for
the
a
kids are
fact.
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Don't make it
Yeah.
good. You can shoot a three. I mean, everybody should develop their shot.
Who was
Yes,
that?
Hey, look.
exactly.
35-footers,
Who was that?
trash. 35-foot shots is trash to me.
Who?
It's trash ass basketball. I don't care what nobody say. That's not
Hey.
bad. That's
Hey, but
that-
when it go
that's a
in, it
Y-
looks so
yeah,
pretty
it
though.
does. It
No.
do.
It looks
That's
so
a
pretty.
YMCA basketball.
You know what hurts my
He's
heart?
an outlier.
When I see a fast break and it's 3-on-2, we were taught the two wings. You go to the hole, you make the person come and
No, you don't.
commit.
You run
and
to
you
the
dish it to
corner.
the open person.
You run to the corner
Now,
and pull it for three. That's what you do.
It's one dude going, or when it comes to him, the other two people on the wing going to each corner for a three.
I
Hell
see
yeah.
more. I see more blown 3-on-2s to the basket than
Hey,
you see to the
that's
damn
the-
3-point
But
line.
that, but
That's
you got to pull that
crazy.
in. That's
That's
more.
crazy.
That's not purely. That's got to be put on the coach as well too, though.
I agree
Yeah.
with these pansy
Yeah,
ass coaches.
yeah.
They adhere to these
Because
plays.
you got to
Yeah,
think about it.
exactly.
Because I'm gonna say it like this: like you got to think about it nowadays. Everybody, like when it comes to sports, they're so pampered. Coaches don't want to cross that line or whatever hell. Like, nah,
Mhm.
forget all that, bro. Like this is still a sport. You play to win.
Right.
Look,
You don't fuck all
look,
the consolation prizes
Right.
and all that. Like,
and we can go
You play to
all
win,
day
bro.
on this. We
Right.
can pull on a clinic. We got to keep it pushing, y'all, because I think we could dissect this till the sun goes down. We'll get it lighter because we have some more heavier stuff later on in the show. So we're gonna keep it light right now, and we're gonna move on and switch sports and go specific to a position right now. We're going to the wide receiver position in the NFL. We're going just talk about who are the best 5 in the game. You know what I mean? I'll lead it off because I think mine would be the shortest, probably because I don't know. For me, my Cowboys ain't got a top 5, so I didn't get deep. And I can't lie. CDs, probably top 20 or something, but I can't give them top 10 or top 5 yet. So I'll reel off my top 5 with a little bit of reasoning, not too much, but a little something. I'll go from 5 to 1. Number 5 for me is Justin Jefferson. I think that little young dude out there in Minnesota, man, that boy,
nice.
he may be.
He made Kirk Cousins look good.
Yeah, he's already on track to break a lot of records. We'll see if he stays healthy and if the offense is, stays with the same. Well, Minnesota got a whole little thing going on. They got a new coach and everything. So we'll see how that goes. But he's my number 5. Number 4 was his teammate at LSU. I got Jamar Chase. That boy, if he cured his little dropsies that he had early on in the season, that boy, he's a beast too. You know what I mean? Strong as hell. And then I went to number 3, Stephon Diggs. That boy, he's shifty and catch anything in his little radius. Another little guy. But then at the top 2, I got 2 nuclear bombs. You just throw it in their area. They got a good catch radius, and they're not dropping anything. And I had a hard time flipping and flopping. Had DeAndre Hopkins not got injured last year, he may be my number 1, but he's my number 2. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, he's actually, I would say,
So number 1. What?
It's tough to me to flip between this 2 and 1. They're both my favorite type receivers. I think they're the best. My number 1 is Devontae Adams. That boy, man, the only thing that can make him look bad is Jared Carr. You know what I mean? Like,
That ain't gonna happen.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Y'all better worry about that.
Look at here, look at here.
That's
I'm
cold.
telling you.
Worry-
No, I'm not
worry
saying
about
it like
shellac
that.
deck.
No, don't take it wrong. You Raiders cats, y'all get all freaking huffing and puffing and want to fight. I'm like, I don't want to fight, man. I'm just telling you. Out there, you got a dude who could be on the island. He can have 2 people on him, you throw it in his catch radius, and he's going to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is like, and Derek Carr, he's pretty accurate. So, I'm saying the only reason that would make him look bad is if he had a bad quarterback. He has a decent quarterback, so he's still going to be up there good. And that was my top 5. The only thing I want to say about my top 5 that no one better not have a problem with is Cooper Kupp's not in it. And I don't even think Cooper Kupp is top 10 to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody's. I don't care
That's
what numbers.
tough.
I don't care what
That's
numbers
tough.
he puts up. You know why? Because check this out, man. If I had an offense 100% designed to me, and I'm throwing the ball 80% of the time, I better put up the numbers he's putting up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason he's putting up, look at here. You could insert maybe another 10. You could insert A.J. Brown. You could insert freaking whoever.
AJ Brown can't move like Cooper Kupp, though.
Man, look at here, man. You can insert anybody.
Cooper plays inside majority.
You can insert.
It's a little bit easier than the inside.
Insert Julian Edelman. You know what I'm saying? Put up the same numbers. So that's all I got to say about that.
He said, you just put Julian Edelman and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, man. And you put Tyreek Hill there, he'll have 200 receptions. And the only reason Tyreek's not in my top 5 is because next year Tua is not going to give him the ball as much as he needs to get it. Next, we'll go to Raider Mike because I know this is your thing. It's what you want to talk about.
I don't know about that. Cooper Kupp is all right. He all right. No, I ain't gonna say that. No, but he plays in the slot, and if you play strictly in the slot, to me, I mean, I'm talking about playing being number 1 on the island, like you're talking about, and being able to get it done. And if you can't play out there on that wide out number 1 on the island, the best cornerback on your ass, then you can't be in the top 5. Now, my top 5, and you know where I'm just gonna strictly go where it's gonna go. We're gonna go to the East Palo Alto, man. Devontae going Grizzly on them Adams, he got to be the number 1. So that's my number 1 receiver because he can go out there and get it no matter, like you said, throw it wherever you want to throw it, he catch it. It's like you go throw a frisbee in the air, a dog gonna catch it no matter where you throw that damn frisbee. Gonna catch that damn ball. He gonna rally right to the ball. My second is DeAndre Hopkins, injured or not. His catch radius is off the chart. You throw a damn Hail Mary up against 1,000 people, he gonna come up with the ball with them size.
Hey,
6.
He got say this too. I'm saying this. We did not talk before this. His number 1 and number 2 is the same as mine, but we did not even have
we didn't have no conversation. I'm just telling you, he had them size 6 double X, the extra triple extra large hands. He was catching every damn thing. So, and then my third one, which you might be, I still say Justin Jefferson's my third. I picked Justin Jefferson for my third, and I picked Stephon Diggs for my 4th, and then for my fifth, I took Jamar Chase. He's explosive. Damn. One word for Jamar Chase: explosive.
That is amazing.
That's my 5.
We had the same 5, but we mixed the order up.
Yeah, we just mixed order. We ain't talked about this and that. That's why I said I've been waiting to talk about this, because then if I got to go to my number 6, I would go with A.J. Brown. You know, if you want to go Deebo Samuel 7, Keenan Allen 8, you know, and then Cooper Kupp 9. Cooper Kupp would be 9. Cooper Kupp would be 9. It would be 10. So that's it.
Okay. Let's go
Really?
to Raider Lady 19.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head. Oh, what you got
man.
Here?
I heard Deebo Samuel. I was like, oh.
He's 8 or 9. He's 8 or 9. I'm just saying he ain't even the 5.
Right. No doubt. No pups. No young pups allowed in my top 5. No young pups. No young pups.
Okay.
I need a little bit more body of work. I'm not gonna give it. I'm not gonna hang you no crown because you had 1 good season, or if you had 2. I need a body of work. I need 5+. I'm telling you right off the top, my 5th, starting at 5, is Mike Evans. Absolutely. People act like don't disrespect Mike Evans. Evans. Okay. Go up and get it. Physical, can route run. It ain't nothing he can't do. Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
All right. And now he playing with the great Tom Brady, and it's easy work when he's healthy. I mean, he has some injuries, whatever, but Mike Evans he was doing it before he got there. Okay. I mean, come on, man. He has an 83% catch contest rate. I mean, come on. Red zone, get out of here. Mike Evans is catching everything. Okay.
I like
Period.
that.
Yes, no young pups up in here. Number five, I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill, even though he is going to go play with Tua. Nobody puts more fear. He's a 1A when it comes to fearfulness. Okay, because I'm telling you, nobody does scramble drill better than Tyreek Hill. He loses the whole team. Period. Okay,
I'm scared of him with Tua. Like, can
yeah,
he get
Why?
yeah. I mean,
Can he
he's
get him
number,
the ball?
It's gonna be like
Yeah.
all over again.
I'm gonna say Tua. I'm gonna put a little faith in Tua because look, you played with Jerry Jeudy, you played with Henry Ruggs, you played with speed, you played with speed his entire career.
Yeah, I'm like, he can't throw the ball.
So it's mental. It's mental.
Okay.
It's mental. Some people react differently to these high power situations. Coming in top 3 pick, you're supposed to be the savior. Pressure. Some people react differently. If he either is going to come up, stand up to it, or he ain't. But Tyreek Hill is still Tyreek Hill. Period. They're gonna have to game plan from him. They're gonna roll covers to him. That's what they only do that to top tier cats. And he's that. Number 4 is Stephon Diggs. Shifty little dude, he just quick-footed, real agile. I think he's a tad bit overrated, but he's good with what he do. He's good at what he do. Just a tad bit. I mean, I just say a tad bit. I'm not. Don't blow me up. I'm just saying.
Why would you say that though?
Big games. I haven't seen him come. Big games. I haven't seen him do it yet. I need you to do that thing when it really counts. And they needed you last year. He played well against KC. I can't, because that was a shootout. That was a shootout. But he little.
He did that thing against New Orleans. No,
you didn't see him do it against New Orleans.
Speaking of New Orleans, I really should have Michael Thomas.
He's irrelevant.
Disrespecting Michael Thomas.
Man, no.
I'm into body work.
He can't get on the field.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
That's true. He
ain't even worth it right now.
Number 3 is DeAndre. It's DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins.
Everybody throwing D-Hop up there.
He not even a big dude, but he go up and get it. He just go up and get it. I like he play at the top. He plays high. I like it. Not an extremely fast, but he has a great release. Number 2 is not Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp ain't in here at all.
Everybody disrespecting the Triple Crown winner.
He is. He's Julian Edelman 3.0.
Yeah.
He's like our young guy. Plays the same type of thing.
Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, same type of dynamic. They good at what they do, no doubt about it. I think when you play on the inside, you're playing against safeties and third, fourth DBs. This is call it what it is. You know
exactly.
You saw what he did to Eli Apple.
Huh?
You saw Eli Apple.
Right?
Well, he won the Triple Crown. That's fake news.
So yeah, and I'm about to catch real hell for this next pick. I should interchange DeAndre with him, but I'm going to say this, and it's Keenan Allen. I'm putting Keenan Allen up there.
I'm glad somebody
I'm
put
not mad at
on his name.
I would switch him with D Hop. D Hop should be my number 2, and Keenan would be 3.
Okay.
Keenan, he just get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period. He's Mr. Reliable. He remind me of Tim Brown. Nothing pretty. It's nothing that's gonna go all the time, but he gonna get them yards. He gonna get them catches.
But
And of course, number 1 is Monte
that
Adams.
boy.
Everybody, when you change the way that receivers do their job, you are that dude. Okay, and that's what he do. His hop step off of the line, everybody do it.
Everybody do
it.
Everybody do it.
It's inherently a basketball move, what it really is.
That's what he said.
And he catches everything. One of the best back shoulder catchers in the game.
The best.
He shows his hands extremely late, so this is why DBs don't get a track on what's going on, because he doesn't show his hands. He shoots real late. I've seen him catch balls right here in his face and wait until we get up to him. So expecting big things out of him. He's going to elevate Carr. Carr, it doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's someone else who's going to take you to that next level. I've been waiting for Derek mentally to get to the next level. You talk about mama mentality. I understand why he was saying that because I know where he wants to go. He needs someone to take him there. Now he got that dude that can take him into that top five. Yeah. You know, he is truly a quarterback who has to feel secure in throwing it to you. He does not want to make turnovers. He doesn't.
Yeah, which is good. Right?
So it's been to a detriment at time because he gets too conservative. He'll throw the ball away, and especially inside that 20-yard line. He got to become a quarterback who can make the throw into an end zone 20 out, 20 yards out, 15 out. He don't do it consistently. Now he got a safety. He got a little safety net called Devontae.
I like that. Yeah. We got a little, a little young, some seasoned vets.
Yeah, I like the seasoned vets, man. I mean, I got to see Jamar Chase. I got to see you do it. I got to see you do it a little more.
Okay. I ain't mad at
that. They good. They right underneath that. They right there.
The way he did the Chiefs, Jamar Chase was like robbery. Tore their ass up.
He did.
Let's see, Architect. What you got, man? As the young dude, you gonna have all young. Right. You gonna have all young cats up in there.
All right, so boom. Mine was actually more. It was a little more stimulator related. It was more so OGs in the game. My number one automatically Devontae. I mean, that's him. And for those who don't know what that's him mean, he's the one. You know what I'm saying? Shocking at number two though, I have Stephon Diggs. The reason why I have Stephon Diggs is because I believe he can do everything Devontae does. He's just shorter. You know what I mean? Route running, shorter. He can catch everything. You know what I'm saying? Like catch radius is there. Number three, I got Keenan Allen. I mean, he's Mr. Reliable for the Chargers. I've said it for the longest time. Before we even got Devontae, I was one of the advocates. I was like, damn, the Raiders should try and get like Keenan Allen somehow, some way. Just how much of a fan I am of his game. His route running, his hands, like it's amazing. Number four, it was kind of a tough one for me because I wanted to kind of go my young boys. If anybody knows, I'm a big LSU fan, so Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson were both like right there for me. But number four, you know what I mean? I took D-Hop. You know what I mean? I think D-Hop, he's another one of those guys, big body. He could catch pretty much anything thrown to him. I mean, shit, you saw what he did before he had Deshaun Watson and he was with the Texans, you know what I mean? And then you saw what he did with him. And then with Kyler, I mean, shit, it just looks so effortless. And then number five, man, that's when I kind of gave it up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, my young bull, Justin Jefferson. That man's a dog. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be one of those, he's gonna be one of those receivers we talk about for the next 5 to 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be that guy. Don't get me wrong. Jamar Chase is right there. He got Joe Burrow and all that, but something about Justin Jefferson's game, not only it kind of reminds me of like an Odell when he first came into the league. You know what I mean? Only difference is I don't think his ego is as big as Odell's was because obviously Odell went to New York. And as far as injury-wise, I don't see Justin Jefferson dealing with that same injury bug because he's been fairly healthy throughout his career so far. But yeah, I mean, it was hard for me to pick between Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill at 5. But the only reason why I didn't have Tyreek Hill in my top 5 is because I think if he didn't have Patrick Mahomes, he wouldn't have had that game. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I think with Tua, he's going to be all right because we saw what Tua did with Jalen Waddle. But I think Tyreek Hill, as much as we talk about how Cooper Kupp was a product of that offense, I think Tyreek Hill was also so much of a product of Kansas City's offense because he didn't – granted, he was that deep threat, but they still had Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? So – and I don't know. I think
he didn't put the huge numbers up with Alex Smith. It took Patrick Mahomes to get there for him to put those numbers.
Pat Mahomes, exactly. Yeah. So I think, don't get me wrong, Tyreek Hill's right there. He's like 6 or 7 for me, but he's just not in my top 5.
Hey, we all kind of on the same track. You know what I'm saying? We, like minds. We like-minded on this. And we're gonna see. It's gonna be a nice NFL football year coming up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna our last two subjects we're gonna jump into the NFL. Man, the two heavier subjects. So we're gonna, keep it kind of light again. We're gonna roll into the next one. We're gonna talk about Tiger Woods, y'all. You know what I mean? Becoming a
Mr. Billy.
billionaire. Billionaire.
Yes,
I thought he
sir.
was before though, back in the day before his wife took half his chips. But hey, it's official. He's a billionaire. You know what I mean? And I'll let y'all get down on it. I'll just, I'm again on the Tiger thing. I'll be short and sweet. For me, I'm like, all right, you've been in the game 27 years, 15 majors, 5 back surgeries. You know what I'm saying? And look at here. He's the world's most popular golfer. He took the game to a whole nother level. And in his salary plus endorsements, plus, throughout his career, he's made 1.7 billion. You know what I mean? Him and LeBron are the only two active athletes to have $1 billion while actually still playing. MJ is a billionaire too, but he got his chips, a lot after. You know what I mean? So, less than 10% of Tiger's total income earnings came from actual golf earnings. You know what I mean? The other 90% came from endorsements, with Nike, Gatorade, Rolex, real estate. And then he has a line of upscale miniature golf courses. So that's saying to me, to you young athletes, your main thing, playing whatever sport you're playing, that's just what you do. What you do outside of the sport, that's what's going to make you have generational wealth. For any athletes, that's what it's about nowadays. You know what I mean? And then how could you argue with Tiger? You know what I mean? What they have, there's a reason there's something called the Tiger effect. You know what I mean? Golf ratings, they go down between 30 and 50% when he's not in runnings come Sunday for the title, you know what I mean, or to win a tournament. And then the purse for golf tripled in sizes from 1996 to 2008. So golfers get paid more money because of Tiger. They get freaking exposed more to the media at large, the public at large because of Tiger. He deserves to be a billionaire. He should be a multi-billionaire, actually. You know what I'm saying? The only problem I have with that, man, is, I need you to claim your blackness, man. I don't appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So in my books, I'm more or less like, fuck them. But overall, you can't belittle or, lessen what he's done. You know what I mean? The dude, every white cat, Asian cat, black cat, Tiger made golf freaking mainstream. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't play golf. I don't give a damn about golf. I'll watch it. I did watch when he was in the runnings. I can't lie about that. I never watched golf before. And since he's been out kind of all these tournaments or whatever, I haven't watched it since. I don't even know who the best golfer in the world is right now. All I know is Tiger Woods took it to the next level. That's my 1-2 step on that. You know what I mean? Architect, what you got on it?
Oh man, yeah, I think again, Tiger. Not only the fact that he's an active player, but I mean he's only 46. Now, granted, we were talking about LeBron James, but obviously the payout in basketball versus golf is significantly different. You know what I mean? But to see that he's been a pioneer in the game of golf, whether that be showing little black kids around the world that they can play golf too and be good at it, or even just as far as taking, like, obviously you see golf, it's like a quiet game. You don't see a lot of people express their emotions, but Tiger didn't give a damn. He would show out and show up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, obviously within a respectful way, but you know what I'm saying? He did so much for the game, and to say that he's golf's first billionaire, You know what I mean? It says a lot. And I kind of repeat what I said about LeBron. You know, it's an inspiration to, I would say it should be an inspiration to, kids my age or even younger, you know what I mean? Just to say that, you know, just because you play a sport don't mean you have to cap yourself off of what your greatness is or what you define as greatness. Because like you said, only 10% of his net worth came from actual PGA tournament earnings. You know what I mean? Look, really, I would say, you know what I'm saying, for anybody, all the youth, really take that into consideration that you shouldn't have to tunnel vision yourself into one thing. Obviously, be great at whatever you do, but there's more than one way you can be, successful or monetarily steady in life. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever become stagnant. You know what I mean? Because I mean, shit. You got, like I said, Tiger's 46, LeBron's 37. You know what I'm saying? And they work their ass off for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there'll be more to come. This isn't just the first. Especially when it comes in the Black community, you see a lot more people branching out and doing things that we never thought that we could do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, kudos to him, man. I hope he continues. I know he's like taking this tournament off because he needs to rest more or something. But the only time I ever watch golf is when Tiger's playing. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we see him back out there, and he'll be on my TV again.
I like that young Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Raider Lady 19.
Yeah.
You love the golf.
I love golf. I love Tiger Woods. I do. I mean, yeah. I mean, he inspired me to go back to college and actually play on the golf team. I had aspirations of playing on the LGPA tour. I mean, that's like how good I was. I got pregnant, but that's a whole nother story. All right. But what I'm saying is, Tiger, for him to be able to bounce back and become a billionaire, that says something. He was all, like you said, he was previously a billionaire until he had to settle with his ex-wife. He did it again. That's not an easy feat. That shows your staying power. That shows how viable you are, and and you know what I'm saying? And so everything he touched still has he still has a Midas touch with what he did, regardless of the scandals and everything else. He still has the Midas touch in golf, and he was able to come back and win the Masters and right before the pandemic hit, which was a phenomenal feat. And he's still competitive right now, even going through the leg stuff and getting back. And I'm gonna say this in his defense, Greg. He does claim his Blackness. It took him a while to embrace his. Oh, absolutely. You got to
educate me. Educate me. I want to be educated.
Absolutely. You got to hear him speak about Larry Elder and Charlie Pete and all those guys before him, Charlie Sifford, Pete Brown. He knows his history and he understands those are the men who laid the track and foundation for him.
You talking about Calvin Pete?
Yeah, Calvin.
Did I say Calvin Pete or did I know? There's a Pete Brown too. But Calvin Pete,
Calvin, yeah. I remember he's the first black golfer I ever saw.
Calvin Pete as well, but it's a Pete Brown. But like I said, Lee Elder, and so he recognizes that, he understands he's along that lineage. Now he came out with the Kava Canadian. We understood that, we came out with that. That's hey, that's who he's been around his whole life. So he had his, dare I say, wake up moment when he came to understanding.
Hey, we all get that
he got a clear understanding.
Yeah.
Regardless of your money and your status, that you will be crucified if they so choose to crucify you. So he understand that. Matter of fact, because he had the Tiger Woods Foundation, he forced the PGA to actually start the First Tee program. First Tee program did not exist before Tiger Woods. Okay. That's when they started coming to the hood and spending money with some of the local parks and recs so they can have introduced golf. And his effect is just now starting to take hold. It didn't take hold as quickly as Venus and Serena. Okay. Golf is a little bit different. It does. It's a difficult game to play. And so you just now starting to see the brothers getting there. Harold Varner Jr. is coming up. Tony Finau, all these cats that they're starting to have that Tiger. We're starting to see the manifestation of the Tiger Woods effect, and it's more coming. Because I know some young brothers that's out here that I follow on social media that's coming. That's coming. Good. That's coming. So yeah, man, that's my guy. Tiger's my guy. He always gonna be my guy. The chiclet smile, hair receding. A boy bad, man. He's a phenomenon.
His son nice too.
Yeah, Charlie ain't no joke either.
Charlie nice.
He got the pedigree.
Charlie.
Yeah, he do everything like him. That's the beauty to me of when you have children, is if you got your little mini me's, you know what I'm saying? Always be that example for him. But yeah, he's a phenom. I appreciate phenoms, and he's that.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. I like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Raider Mike, bring us home, man.
I ain't really have to say about that. I don't really watch golf that much. He was really the only reason why I watch it. But like I said, he's a great golfer. He is a phenom. He is one to put the people out there to watch in these golf tournaments. All the crowds that they got out there. That's because of Tiger Woods. Like I said, I just didn't appreciate when he want to claim who he is, because you're still a nigga, no matter what you do. They're gonna pull you over. You're gonna be what they gonna call you. They ain't gonna call you Malaysian or whatever you call it. They gonna call you. We got a black male here fucking up. We finna put his ass in some handcuffs. That's what. Other than that, I mean, like I said, I don't have no beefs and no problems with him. I mean, I think he's a great golfer, and he is the reason why there's more black golfers that want to play golf now, and it's because of him. He's the greatest. He's the best. He's the one that they market. Nobody else can sell tickets like Tiger Woods. I mean, it's just bottom line. He's great. But like I said, I don't really give a damn about golf. It put me to sleep watching that shit. Like it's like going to an opera for me. If I went to an opera, now I don't think I could do that. Cost too much for them seats anyway, and I don't think I want to get screaming. So yeah, I mean, it's good. Congratulations to him being a billionaire, and I mean, but like I said, I really don't. Other than that, he's the only reason why I'd ever even attempt to turn the channel to golf. And the only reason why I'm going to tell you what I like the best about golf when I turn on to it, when Tiger was playing, I just want to wait till the last shot to the 18th hole. I don't give a damn about their other hole. I'll cut the TV on when they say Tiger about to clinch. That's when I start cutting the TV on, right when you get to that 18th hole and go in. That's it.
I'm kind of similar in that aspect, but I would try to respect everything, and I would try to appreciate everything. So I tried to watch all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's an okay game. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? But I see the intricacies. You know what I mean? Like I do my little miniature golfing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so crazy because whenever I go with the girls that live in the home, they all beat me, man. I'm the most athletic person in the house, but I cannot win at freaking miniature golf. That shit pisses me off. But, and the only reason we play is because of Tiger. Hey, there it is, the Tiger effect.
But I ain't gonna lie, actually, like going up to golf, it is hella peaceful, man.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
many of my
having
friends
a tea time and all that.
Yeah.
I never really got into it. I've been a couple of times.
I used to go right before, first tee, 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30.
Pretty
enjoyable. Right there, Metropolitan by the it's beautiful to walk 18.
Now driving range I go to. I
go to driving range. I played in 3 golf tournaments with my job, but hey, I don't know. I hit one ball, might have hit somebody upside the head.
I do. That's why I love it. I love it for the precision. I love how you can cut the ball, how you can move it, draw it, fade it, backspin. I love that.
Golf kind of reminds me of like chess in a way.
It is. It is.
I just like the drive. That's it.
Play the angle. I love
drive
the
and putt.
angles.
Drive and putt. Those are my two. That's it.
Here we get it. Speaking of chess, now we about to get a little more serious. The show is about to. We've been going like right down the middle right here, but we're about to take a right turn. We're about to try to get to our destination. You know what I mean? 'Cause, you know what I mean? We about to get into let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 Raiders fans. We're gonna talk about Jack Del Rio. We're gonna talk about
the
his
best coach they had in recent years. Shit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
He
about
was.
it.
Let's
We
talk
want to
about
see.
it.
We want to see what his mind frame might have been the whole time he was coaching the Raiders, though.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Jack Del Rio, he tweeted that. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get this quote right.
I read that too. I read it.
Would love to understand the whole story about what the summer riots. What did he say? Summer riots, looting, and destruction of property. He wants to understand why that was, is a big thing and is discussed, or isn't a big thing and being discussed, and the whole insurrection that happened in Washington D.C. is, to him, all that was what happened in Washington D.C. was nothing more than a dust up. That's all it was. You know what I mean? But what happened after, like, a black man dies? You know what I mean? An unarmed black man dies. Why are we talking about that? You know what I mean? I don't get it. Personally, I think some people, when they get older, their true feelings just really start to come out, and I don't understand how something could be just a dust up if 7 people die. But,
Yeah, you feel me?
that's his point of view,
But
to
it
him,
is his point of view.
Yeah, that's him. That's his words out of his mouth. He wants to know, why aren't we talking about the looting and everything that took place after a black man died, and we're talking about this insurrection. Like, why are we talking about that? It's not a big deal. It's nothing more than a dust up. So, with that being your former coach, Raider Mike, what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, man, I'm like this. The man, it is his opinion.
And him for being from the Bay, from Hayward, California.
Yeah, that too. But I mean,
ain't that close to Alameda?
Yeah, but it is close to Alameda. But hey, but my whole thing, I read the thing and I was, I was like, damn, he could have did it a little different. But the thing is there was 7 people died in the Washington thing, right? But that shit was no more. How the hell they get in there so easy? That's what I want to know.
But if you watch the videos and stuff, they just
no. We know why it's the folks. It's the folks because I get where Jack Del Rio coming from. Because let me tell you why. Because if that had been how many people stormed that damn thing? If that was all black people stormed that damn thing, shit, it'd have been a mess.
A whole bunch of black people dead.
It would have been more than 7
people.
Capitol. It would have been. I'm gonna tell you what. It'd have been more than 7 people dead.
Oh, 100%, 100%, without a question. Without a question.
My thing is when he talking about that, and you talking about the George Floyds and the black people that have been killed. I mean, I do get it. The innocent people lost their lives that was in that building, and that's nothing to take, to say, okay, that ain't nothing. It was something, but just think how many black people die every day that nobody gives a shit care about. Nobody even cares about
the shit that's not even reported on.
You feel me? You're talking about 7 people versus thousands of black people, or millions of black people who've been killed over the years. And here we are, 7 people. Okay, that was a tragedy. That should have never happened. That happened because they let it happen. They wanted it to happen. They want to flex their muscles with that white power. That's what that was. You don't think the Ku Klux Klan and all them white supremacist people say that's white power? You don't think that's what they saying? They got in there. 7 people only get killed. That'd have been black people. Hey, there's a whole bunch of bags outside. They ain't got enough body bags. It's a whole different story. But what Jack Del Rio said, I mean, he could have, worded it a little different and just kind of. But if you're gonna speak the truth, then damn it, speak the truth from your heart. Just speak. I mean, you got fined for it, $100K, but hey, you told that's how you felt. And my thing is, every life is important, but there ain't no life more important than a black life to me. So, I mean, all lives are important, but our people are dying at a way more of a
at a rapid pace, man.
than anybody on this face of the earth, and it's been happening for 400 years or over 400 years. So you gotta just longer than that. But I'm just saying it's longer than that. Well, we ain't getting our reparations. We ain't got nothing. They can't even give us a number.
They can give a couple of billion to the Ukraine.
There's a whole nother thing why.
But what he said was wrong. But what he said, he shouldn't have said. He should have. See, that's kind of when you tweet stuff, before you tweet it, think before you do something, because you know damn well you're going to have some repercussions behind putting something on there like that. He could have just said, if he would have just said what he should have said, like, you know, about when you say that, you got to mix it up. You better put the black people on this top, and then you can go talk about this. But you since the way you just said it, you kind of messed yourself up a little bit. But hey, everybody makes mistakes. I still love him as a coach. When he coached for the Raiders, he's not a racist. Obviously, we know that. He just spoke his mind. And like I said, I was hurt. I said, well, he can be in trouble. That's all I say.
But
that's all I got.
To me,
that's all I say about it, though. I mean, hey, freedom of speech. They can't take that right away from us.
If someone says something racist in connotation, does that mean they're not racist? I mean, I don't know, because to me, his frame of mind, whatever what he said,
he didn't say it right.
That's some racist shit. But
yeah, it is. But I don't think
you have to look beneath, you know what I'm saying, the surface to see. But I don't know, man, because you know what I mean. I'm like, bruh, to me at this point, when I find something like a cat his age says that I deem racist, I'm kind of like, I'm numb to this shit now, because it's the United States. I'm kind of like, it is what it is. I'm more on some love, peace, and soul type shit. But a lot of people right now at this moment in time of the European descent feel more comfortable saying like racist shit in connotation, but at the end they'll be like, I didn't mean it that way. But I don't know. Architect, what do you think, man?
We all say stuff though, and you know that, Greg. We all say stuff though.
We all say stuff, but we don't, as heavily melanated people, we don't have the power to freaking change.
We don't. He don't need
Europeans. If they say some shit, man, then it's different. It's totally different. But Architect, I'm gonna let you get yours off, man.
I think right here what Jack Del Rio was saying, I think really he was just showing his age. You know what I'm saying? How he, like he said, he grew up in the Bay from Hayward. Obviously, he grew up around some diverse people. His best friend is what's his name? Ken Norton. They all played he played football and all that, and like he was a head coach, and you never heard nothing from none of his players saying that he was racist or anything. I think this is just him showing his age and not necessarily knowing how to word things. You know what I'm saying? Or whether even if he meant to say it like that, because it said he doubled down on his comments. You know what I mean? But my thing is this. They did talk about what happened with George Floyd. They did talk about the riots and the protests that were going on, the looting and everything. They were talking about it for a long fucking time because they kept trying to figure out how to kind of sweep it under the rug in a sense. Like, yeah, they killed another black man, but we should really focus on the fact that all these black people are quote unquote destroying the city. Like, nah, it's not even that. It's the simple fact that they were tired of all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just like when people were storming the Capitol, their whole thing was they're tired of the bullshit. So use that same narrative. That's my thing. Right? You know what I mean? They, regardless, I understand. Yeah, it's a tragedy when anybody dies. 100%. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be from them storming the Capitol, a black man, and it's not even nowhere near the same thing. You know what I mean? Like they chose to storm the Capitol and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They chose to do all that shit. George Floyd and all these other innocent black people, they didn't choose to die. They didn't choose to get their neck stood on for 9+ minutes or fucking get shot in their back with their hands up. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff in a routine traffic stop. The story goes on and on and on for millions and millions of Black people throughout the course of history. My thing is this: if you're gonna sit there and talk about, why aren't we talking about this or why are we talking about this? Do your research first, because now you look like an idiot for saying some shit that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, he's talking about, he asked a simple question. It's never that simple when it comes to black and white, especially when it comes to racism. You know what I'm saying? One, when you talk about George Floyd, that was a completely racist thing. You know what I'm saying? He stood on that man's neck for 9 minutes. You know what I mean? He's screaming, telling you, I can't breathe. On the other hand, you have hundreds of thousands of people willingly storming into the Capitol. Like, where, you know what I'm saying? They chose to go out and do this and whatever riot or whatever they want to call it, sitting there taking pictures and selfies and shit. You don't see George Floyd laying there taking a selfie talking about, oh yeah, look at me. Like, at the end of the day, man, like I said, it's a tragedy that 7 people died during, while the Capitol suffered $1 million in damages. But that don't even amount to the amount of damages and shit that Black people have been throughout the years, man.
Yeah, shit. 7 people died, but
7 people. Still, my bad. Yeah.
Still, man, very, very insensitive comments by that cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll let Raider Lady 19. I know you chomping at the bit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Bring us home.
Yeah. I don't. My thoughts are not going to be popular at all. Some of y'all might look at me a little strange after I say what I say.
Give it to us. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna be like this. One person passed on Capitol, one person on that day, and that was that woman who was shot, trying to push her way through a door or window, or whatever. She's the only one who perished on that day. All the other circumstances came from whatever it did. But this is what I'm tired of people having to curtail what they say to appease other people, because it's narratives. This is how dialogue and progress can't be made, because you want to shut opposing thoughts and views down. Understand why somebody thinks why they think, whether they are straight up Klanman or there's someone who has a different perspective than you. Okay. Because I didn't like the riots. I didn't like none of that shit I saw at all, because that's been happening to Nubian people, that same game, and niggas being tricked by movements. Because a whole bunch of young anti-government Caucasian people took over that movement. Let's call it what it was.
Talk about it, yo.
Okay. 25 people died over the summer during those riots. 25, and a good amount were Black people. Okay, out there, people defending their property. A brother was shot, killed. Another one stomped to death. These are Nubian people. For what? Because you want to get up in there and take his shit? That's why. They ain't got nothing to do with that man who was taken out by that police officer. They got nothing to do with that. But I understand the sentiment, because me myself, I'm tired of seeing it, because that shit yields no results. It's not tangible. It's all emotional led with no logic behind it. You get nothing out of it. Nothing. What happened? Nothing. What laws were changed? None. What happened? Nothing. So I'm tired of it. Let him say what he said. You get offended, so be it. Because I'm tired of seeing niggas kill each other, for one. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I want to start cleaning up our own house. Get these mentalities up out of here. It's a lot of work that Nubian people got to do in themselves, because we deal with each other. We know that outside forces. We know that element. We know what that is. Let's talk about the internal shit that plague Nubian folk. Because I've gotten to an age where I don't care about outside forces. I don't care. Because if your mind is right, they can't penetrate you anyway, as much as they try. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and that stuff up on the Capitol, they let that go down. They already knew what time it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, 100%.
Come on now,
Walking
that shit
in
was
there like they
planned,
was
and I
giving
mean from the
themselves
inside
points
out.
and shit.
That
Like,
shit, when you talk about a staged event, that's what we witnessed.
that shit was live on television, and they were just watching people walk in. Like,
I mean, literally, it was planned, literally.
yeah.
That wasn't just like some, we're mad and we're coming in there with pitchforks and all that, and we got rifles. That's not an insurrection, man. It's not what an insurrection is.
Yeah.
For one, it ain't armless.
Yeah. They say the revolution will not be televised, and insurrection will not be televised.
Yeah, and that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? It served its purpose, and we're watching it play out. It's all games, all political games, and now you're watching primetime television production as a result of it. It's all games, and I'm just tired of our people falling for the okie doke, going for the banana in the tailpipe. Minds have to change, because if the mind don't change, the time won't change.
Here.
That's all. Like, Jack Del Rio, he gonna get his little consequence, but he go out there. He been coaching brothers for the longest. We playing with him for the longest. He's talking about a point of view that many hold, but because of who he is, how he coaches 70% of brothers, is gonna be deemed inappropriate. And Nubian folk is this emotional, man. We got to be more logical. I want intellect to take over. Tired of emotion. That's all.
Here.
Right on, man. That's all.
I like that.
He deleted his entire Twitter. He got rid of it. Good for him. That's smart.
Yeah, because he's an older dude, so he gonna say exactly what's on his mind. So he needs to delete that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I might have to delete
That's
my shit sometimes. But we'll keep it pushing, man. NFL got a lot going on. They got that, and then they got my boy.
We talk about porno.
Yeah, man. We gotta talk about old Deshaun, man.
Arnold Watson.
I damn near be wanting to excuse myself from talking about this dude because I know I'm biased because he's my favorite quarterback. I've been talking about him for years, and
they've been talking about him for months.
It's such a shame, man. You know what I mean? Because for me, Mike, Cuzzo and my son, you guys know I was a quarterback in high school, and I critique black quarterbacks differently than probably the average person. Me, I'm harsh on them. I'm like, I look at a black quarterback, and I gauge him out of college. Like, can he play in the NFL? Can he not? Back in, this was way before Raider Lady 19 and Architects time, but Jamil Holloway, when he played for Oklahoma, I used to look at him like, God damn, he was so saucy, so icy, whatever. But I always looked at him like he'll never play in the NFL. You know what I mean? Because he was the perfect. When I say perfect, I mean 100% perfect option quarterback. Boy, it was saucy. He was icy. Never mind the fact that he wore a fur coat on the sidelines because he's getting paid off the field. He is icy. You know what I'm saying? And then, but Deshaun Watson, he was the accumulation of he could throw, he could run, he's accurate, he's a winner, and he was a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But so I damn near want to excuse myself from the conversation because I'm tired of it. We've talked about it time and time again. We know the charges. We know now 66. He contacted 66 females. You know what I mean? In regards to
because that boy wanted a massage.
That nigga love massage.
Something, boy.
At this point, I'm like, all right, let me just look. First and foremost, let's do this. We're not going to compare him to Trevor Bauer. This is what I want people to do.
It's not the same, bro.
If you hear this, this is what you do. You go to Google, and I want you to put into the search engine Trevor Bauer abuse victim, and then click images. And then we'll start from there because you can't compare the two from there. It's not.
No.
You know what I mean? Deshaun was a young, horny pervert, man, whatever the hell, man. The dude, man, goddamn. I can't even get around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a young, he don't have a wife and kids. So he's basically a young, single black man with a lot of goddamn money. And this is what happens when you're not controlled. You don't have a controlled environment. You don't have somebody over you. You're like saying, like, hey, man, this is how you do this, how you do that. It's clearly he was using this massage shit to hook up with females. Some was with it, some wasn't. And it's clear to me no one ever claimed rape. Let's get that, put that in the atmosphere. So he never strong-armed anybody and was like, get pussy. You know what I mean? He didn't do that.
He didn't pull a Ben, didn't pull in the bathroom.
Yeah, he didn't pull a Ben Roethlisberger where he went into a bathroom and actually took somebody's goodies. You know what I'm saying? He never did that. But for me at this point, I'm just like, man, I gotta call a spade, man. He a horny motherfucker, man. Dude, just like he's a young dude with money, and he was doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn. But it's not. Let's just put a lot of this shit in perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say he was a nicer guy, because this latest person said basically tried to get a massage from her the 24th. I don't know, maybe 23rd or 24th. She's came over for a massage. He came over, he naked and stroking his little thingy or big thingy, whatever he got. And he's like, play with it or whatever. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. He's just like, yes, it's cool. And he's continuing to do his little sexual shit. But I just tripped off of this. I don't know. I'm a male. So I don't know. I don't know how eventually she ends up in a position to where he spews his manhood on her face and breast and all that type of shit if she doesn't want that to happen. And she never said nothing about him forcing her down there to be in that area. So it seems a little, I don't know. It just, whatever. But at any rate, at the end of that transaction, he cash apps her $150. He puts on his clothes, cash apps her $150. So it sounds to me like he has a little asshole in him, which is what got Kobe in trouble, because Kobe did not rape that chick in Colorado. Where he made his mistake was how he treated her after the fact, like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and treating them like shit. Where these dudes need to do is take a freaking page out of Derek Jeter's book where he's like, hey, you had a good time? Oh, what? There's a bag of roses and some chocolates and some goodies over there. The limousine driver is waiting for you downstairs. When you get downstairs, you're going to tell him your destination. He's going to take you there. And when you get there, if you want to massage your foot, whatever is going to happen. Derek Jeter was smooth with it. Never heard about anybody complaining about that dude. And he has a hell of a hit list. But you want to be an asshole, like, hey, do what we need to do. Hey, take your money, get the hell out of here. Like, look, you're not Corey Holcomb, man. You can't just do that and send them on their way after you pay. You got to be a nice guy. It sounds like Deshaun could have been an asshole on certain occasions, but he could have been cool to certain females, because out of this 66 or so, there's 1/3 of them willing to come forward to testify on his behalf that he's a good dude. So I don't know. I mean, Raider Lady 19, you're the woman on the show, and I know you. I want to hear your point of view. I want to hear what you got to say, because I know you're going to be true, and I know you're going to be honest and give us what we need to hear.
Yeah. Again, like you said, no one is claiming he assaulted him. Like, no strong arming going on. I don't like sexual deviancy. I don't like sexual perversion from men. I like, men should be more controlled. They should be disciplined, even in their fetishes. You know what I'm saying? It's clearly that he took some off. He took some by surprise.
Yeah.
Putting his penis out on him whipping it out. And I'm saying as a woman, I've been in positions where you are uncomfortable about what is happening.
Mm.
Okay. And that's not a good feeling. It really ain't. And depending on what's going on, you can either walk up out of there, you can just leave and go up out of there. But depending on what the situation is, you'll be surprised how many women participate in things they really don't want to. You'll be surprised. And you ain't got a strong arm them. You ain't got to smack them or none of that. But they will go along to get along. You'll be surprised. What I'm saying to him is this.
To your point, I would not be surprised, but I know exactly what you're saying.
I've lived. I put it like that. Now I know I have sisters. I have homegirls. And so what I'm saying is this. He knows who he is. He knows he know what it all comes with being Deshaun Watson. Okay? He can get away with, for the most part, pulling his dick out. When a woman doesn't, it's not necessarily there to do that. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't like men putting women in those predicaments because he ain't got to do that. If he came in there and said, this is what it is, this is what's up from jump, then you'll be different. But when you come in, you surprised, and some of them knew what time it was. Everybody didn't know what time it was. So I'm just saying, I just wish the young man gets control of himself, because it will be his detriment. It will be his fall, one way or the other. If he continues on, regardless, he has to control himself. He got to get that shit under control. I don't know. But
given all that, and man, I totally 100% appreciate what you have to say, and I really want to hear, like, at this moment, at this time, what do you think should happen with that dude?
No crimes were committed. Now, if you want to say he did something unbecoming of a player, being that he is under contract, you can sit him for 4 games. I think that's still what they're going to do. I think that's what he's going to do from the jump, is he's going to sit for 4 games, just because of his conduct when it comes to sexual misconduct, so to speak, or whatever you want to call it. It's just not a good look, and they're not going to not do nothing. They're not going to do. They're not that shield is not going to just let that ride. So he will, So because it's not a good look for them. So he will sit for 4 games, and that's it. And that's all. He'll go back to doing what he do. I just hope he understands that it can all be taken from him like that. If he runs into the wrong woman, something happens. Them situations is highly volatile. So hopefully he learned from it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, I never look at him the same, though. I can tell you that much. Once I hear all that graphic shit, I'm like, you fucking weirdo, dude. Straight up. I don't care how horny you is. You a pervert.
I know. That's why I wanted to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, and I wanted to hear it. Shit. Damn. Ready, Mike.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I gotta say about it. I don't know. He got to mess me up with them. That one was good. That was good. But like I said, he has no dick control. And I'm just going to put it out there. Man, no control. Bro, no damn sense in his damn head. He's thinking with that little head. My thing is, player, you got to recognize game. If you don't play the game, you pay. You play, you pay. You know what I'm saying? Just because you paid that massage parlor $5,000 and that girl comes out, and you say, oh, well, she going to do these tricks for you because you just paid this $5,000. No. That's separate. Do you know what you do with that girl is separate? You know what I'm saying? This is like what was that? The movie Dead Presidents, right? When he betted Kirby that money about food, right? He said, you bet him $2. So that means you owe, then that. They said, well, that means that you bet me too. So I mean, you got to pay me too. He said, man, that's your monkey ass money. All right. This is the same situation. The girl said, when you paid him, I'm separate. You got to pay me too. He probably looked at her and said, look, girl, you're just lucky to get your hourly rate that you're getting, and you ain't getting shit. And then they said, oh, really? Okay. Fix your ass. And that's part of it to me. And still part of me believes that the Texans is sending these girls, paying them and sending them to do this shit because they still mad at him for not wanting to play for them. And I promise you that they still got something to do with it. It's not, this is just crazy for all these damn people to come out the woodwork. Shit, everybody could just say it, shit. But all somebody got to do is say it and they in it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's been proven, he has no charges, no anything. I'm tired of hearing about the shit. That nigga is a horny nigga. Let's just keep it real.
What's the word on these NDAs? Were these NDAs that he signed with these organizations, or like where did the NDA come into play?
That's what I want to know. I just want to know.
The Houston Texans created the NDAs.
Yeah, they don't. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm telling you.
So I'm saying the whole thing, it got, you know what I got from the beginning, the Houston Texans owner was mad as fuck at him that he was like, look, I want out of here. I'm not playing for you no more. And freaking the dude, of course, we know that's representing all the females is a Houston Texans owner and neighbor. The Houston Texans neighbor, and freaking that's his partner. So therefore, it's like, that's like me. Mike, he my partner. You know what I mean? And he's the lawyer. And I own freaking the Raiders. And I'm like, hey, Mike, man, look, Marcus Russell over here, man. This motherfucker, he been doing all this with these females and shit like this. And if he's dead set on leaving, hey, I got a laundry list of things I want you to get him on. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I noticed, though? There was a point where the Houston Texans owner was like, hey, that's enough, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean for this shit to get out of hand. I don't want it to go here. But the Houston Texans GM was like, nah, we in this shit. Fuck it, we got to get him. You know what I'm saying? So just like, because the deal with the Miami Dolphins would have went through, because when it was only 22 females, 18 of those females agreed to a $100,000 payout. You know what I'm saying? But there was 4 that held out. So the Dolphins is like, all right, well, those 4 held out. We don't, we're washing our hands of it. So it's one of those things, man, it got out of hand. And Deshaun Watson, what he should have did, he should have paid them bras before it got here.
That's what I told you. But that was my whole point that's my whole point that I'm getting at. My whole point is where I'm getting at is you play, you pay. I don't care if they ask you for if they ask you for $1,000, just let that shit where it don't get to where it is right now. If he'd have been breading them all out, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. And now it's then got to the point where that shit is ridiculous. And Godell is gonna have to suspend him. They looking at his ass like the women's rights people. They're gonna be on his ass.
Yeah.
If he don't do it, and it's gonna be more than 4 games. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be about 6 to 8 games because he gotta do something. I just felt like Deshaun Watson. I mean, what you need to go do now, you need to go get your ass married and find somebody that's good for you. Get
Don't
married.
Do that.
No, I ain't talking about just because of this. I'm talking about what you do is get your priorities straight.
Yeah.
Your football, that's your number one bread. That's your baker right there. You playing football. You're a professional athlete, and you are a role model to a lot of kids and some grown-ups too that like you.
He can't be overcome by his impulses.
Exactly. You gotta have some self-control.
Yeah, you got to have, that's why I said about dick control. He wasn't thinking at all. He wasn't thinking with his mind. He was thinking with that tool that he got. And that tool is getting you all this bad publicity that you don't even need. Even though it was all consensual, you ain't raped nobody, but you just look bad because.
But it wasn't all consensual. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. He put some women in some real
awkward positions,
uncomfortable, fucked up situations. For him just, whipping his fucking dick out. This is not cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because he didn't strong arm anyone, but he took advantage of who the hell he was. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, 100%. You know what I mean? Since Raider Mike is over there stuck, we're gonna go to architect. You know what I'm saying? Bring us home on this one, man. You the young dude, man. You know what I mean? You're only 25. Hopefully you guys can control. Nah.
Hey man, look, I ain't
Yeah,
got
no,
that much money. No, I'm just playing.
you've been raised right, man. You've been raised
My thing
correctly,
is
man.
this,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
My thing is this, man. Look, Deshaun Watson, he only like a year older than me, right? And my thing is, and even me, right? Is me. I have, I have my moments where I be, everybody has their moments where they be like hella horny or whatever. But my thing is this: as Deshaun Watson, first off, you're a very famous man. Secondly, you have a shit ton of money. You mean to tell me that you can't find no woman that's willing to do these things for you willingly, and you have to pay for massages? Granted, nobody's saying that you can't pay for a massage, but my thing is this: there are women who are literally throw themselves at you and do almost anything that you were willing to say, anything that you were willing to, you know what I'm saying, that you would want to do. And you got to put these women in these weird ass, you know what I'm saying, weird ass situations.
That's
Like,
the
bro,
perversion of it.
like, bro,
Architect.
like that,
That's
and
the
that's
perversion
exactly where
of it.
I'm
He
getting
don't
at.
want no woman he can pay and do all
And
that. That's
that's
not what he
exactly what
like.
I'm getting at. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm getting at. Because his mental, whatever it is in his mental, where he's like, oh, I need to do this, that's what needs to get checked out. Granted, you know what I'm saying? The Texans signed these NDAs, and you know what I'm saying? They basically okayed the shit. You know what I'm saying? And people were brushing over the fact that an NFL organization okayed this shit. Like, you feel me? You can't, as much as you want to throw it on Deshaun Watson, and he is the main culprit, your organization, you know what I'm saying, an owner who obviously wanted to tarnish him or whatever. People are not looking at the big picture of the fact that a professional sports team really went out their way to make these NDAs to not only these 66 women who are coming out, but whoever else that he did it to. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact of whether they were okay with it, whether they weren't in the beginning and then they just did it to do it. Like, at the end of the day, these documents were made by a professional sports teams. They were like, they knew what the fuck was going on with Deshaun Watson.
They're protecting their asset, their investment. He's an
That's
investment
cool
for them.
But even still, you as a person who at some point you got to draw the line. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least that's just me. That's just my moral.
Football is like as manly as can come. So they empathize with that young man. So they said, "We'll get you some NDAs. We done paid you what? How much we pay you? 160.
Look,
well, you need an NDA.
We'll
get you an NDA.
That man needs
but
to
he
go
played himself because that same NDA is the shit that they 100%. Gonna now blackmail you with.
100%,
yeah, exactly.
100%. That's where it comes with Deshaun Watson. He should have been smarter, like you said with the whole Derek Jeter thing. Now, me personally, you know what I'm saying? If I had that much money and if I was ever as horny as Deshaun Watson, like, fucking NDA, all that. Like, my thing is this: you could, like I said, the fact that wherever your perverted mind is, and you're like, oh, okay, this is what I have to do to these women in order for me to get off or get my rocks off. Role playing, my boy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My thing is this, man. Deshaun Watson, his biggest thing that he's done criminally is been extremely horny. Now, everything he does going forward is going to be on the front page. So he can't really do, whatever he wants to keep private at this point. They're going to be like, well, you remember when Deshaun Watson, even at the end of his career, you know what I'm saying, when he retires and all that, they're going to come back to this moment and be like, well, remember, you know what I'm saying?
He better ball.
It's going to be on his
eulogy. He better ball out.
Yeah, that's just gonna be on his eulogy.
He better ball out.
Even if he does, he'll never get rid of this shit. It is what it is.
Even when, as much as we talk shit about Ben Roethlisberger, even when Ben Roethlisberger retired, right. I heard hella times, well, he got in trouble. They didn't necessarily say what he did, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, they did. They said what he did. They said
they
what
did?
he did. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I know for sure when his career is over, that's going to be his stamp. Oh, well, remember, he did this.
This is the thing. It's the Radio Lady 19's freaking what she was talking about. It's all about self-control. You know, and it doesn't matter what the hell you even look like. You know what comes to my mind when it comes to this shit? How many of y'all remember Darren Sharp?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was a little different though.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying. Just listen.
That nigga was drugging him up.
No. Listen
Drugging
to
him up.
listen to
him
me,
up.
man. Listen to what I'm about to say. This dude was voted the most handsome motherfucker in the NFL for multiple years. But when he got down with female, he didn't want the inconvenience of having to spit game and freaking be like, hey, you know what you like? Hey, I like this. Hey, you know, hey, let's get together. He wanted to skip all that shit and get straight to the sex. So he was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Where you at? Oh, your back is turned. Boop. I pop a pill in your drink and then I get you. That was his thing. You know what I'm saying? And look, I gotta give it up. He was a handsome dude, man. He was a cat where you look at him and you think like, oh, he ain't got no trouble getting women. But this was
why
his
did he
thing.
do it?
Like
why
Deshaun
did he like
Watson.
It's the mind. It's the mind.
Exactly.
Why didn't he
Up
do
in
like?
the head.
Why didn't he just do like Too Short said on Fight the Feeling? What
Man,
can I ask you a question? He could just say, "Can I ask you a question?
Do you like
Do you like the, or do you like to make love?"
Start
That's
walking
all he
down the
had.
street in a hat.
And a baby drop the top. You know, drop
Look,
the top.
man, we from the Bay Area, bro. Cats out here, you got a mouthpiece, you got to talk for it. It's almost like a sport. It's like a game. It's cheating to me. It's cheating if I can't get you with my mouthpiece. Like with these cats, they don't give a fuck about the cheat code. They're like, poop, pop a pill, and hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, and my thing with Deshaun Watson was like
so lame, bro.
His cheat code was his money and his position of power. And he used it, you know what I'm saying, to the worst of his freaking ability, man. You know what I'm saying? The thing I will give him is he never came out in strong arm and did some freaking Ben Roethlisberger shit where he just went to like, I'm gonna take it from you in the bathroom. But he was devious in some of his dealings with females. Some he worked on because he has some that's like, hey, he's not a bad guy, and whoop, whoop, and they know what it was. But others who wasn't with the same shit, he still tried to run the same game. So, you know, in the end, for me, when it comes to him, whatever happens is gonna happen, man. I hope the brother can get help. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he can get back on the field. But one thing I don't want is for him to be crucified to the point where he loses his career and he can't play anymore and he's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
He's not gonna get that.
But I'm saying if y'all gonna fuck around and let Ben Roethlisberger rock out and do his shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't do the brother too much different. But I want him to get help though. I need Deshaun Watson to get some fucking therapy or something, man.
No, he needs to go. You know what class he needs to go to?
The difference is when it came to Big Ben, he balled. He balled and he didn't lose the locker room. Now that's gonna
that ain't the only reason why. That ain't the only reason why. You know the number.
Well, he had ownership was with him too.
No, what
front office was with him.
Why
he had the complexion for the connection for the protection.
Yeah, you know why they did that. Come on, man.
Because Deshaun Watson, since this stuff has come out, he hasn't had a chance to ball throughout his whole career. He is a baller. He's always balled. He's always been a winner. So I have no doubts that once he gets back on the field, he's going to win. I want to see what happens then. Because he's going to win. He's a good player. He's great. He's going to do good. So we're going to see what happens when he actually gets back on the court or on the field because he's going to ball.
Well, we know he's going to play. That's not the problem.
They got a good old line. They got receivers. They got
running games. They got running game. And they got
everything in place.
But it's still Cleveland.
Yeah, no receivers.
We're gonna see. Okay. Now, enough of that, man. I want everybody to get into the 3 minutes of funk mode because I want to end this on like more positive note, more just jovial. I want everyone to talk about what's coming from their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Watson shit could bring the whole situation down from time to time. You know, that could be all over the place.
Yeah, it's like that damn nursery rhyme song over and over and over again. It could really wear you down.
You know what I'm saying? You got 3 minutes of fun.
Remember that?
People who are, yes. For people who are just joining the show, 3 minutes of funk is a segment that we do where everyone has their own subject. You know, we don't tell each other what it is, and we let each other get it off and say what we need to say. Architect, as the youngest compadre on the show, I want you to lead us off, man. With your
That's
3
cool.
minutes. We don't want you to, not 5 minutes of funk. This ain't Houdini. It's 3 minutes. What you got for us, man? Enlighten us.
Start the clock.
All right.
You're on the clock. Why?
My whole argument is this. Put some respect on Wardell Stephen Curry's name, man. As much as people want to say, as much as people want to hate on him, as much as people want to say he's not this, he's not that, the man is an all-time great player. I don't care what anybody has to say about it, regardless of the fact that he's the greatest shooter of all time. He is the greatest warrior of all time. And I know Will Chamberlain and all that, but Will Chamberlain got the 100 points and all that. But at the end of the day, what Stephen Curry has not only brought to this game, but brought to an entire franchise. You know what I'm saying? Also, and people can debate this as well. Him being one of the forefronts, one of the main faces of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Him being that guy who's only 6'2", 185, and can ball. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk about him, his three-point shooting, and get to the basket just as much. He's gotten a lot stronger over the years, and he can, and you see it. He's attacking the basket more. He's always been a leader. He has been more of a quiet leader than more of a vocal one. You know what I mean? And I think people are really starting to disrespect the fact that he is a great player. Some people are almost even denying his greatness, which really isn't fair. Because, yes, although he's not fucking 6'9", 260 like a LeBron James or one of these other big players that we've had over the years, what he brings to the game, no one else can do. People try to emulate it so much that people say that he's ruined basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because kids, high school, college, they're all trying to do the same thing that he's doing. But they can't, you know what I'm saying? They haven't found that formula. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Stephen Curry, he's going to go down, at least in my book, as a top 10 player of all time because of his contributions to the game, because of what he's brought to the franchise of the Golden State Warriors. Not only granted, yeah, he's taking a backseat to Kevin Durant. He got that Iguodala got that Finals MVP, whatever. But at the end of the day, can't no one, and I mean nobody. I don't care. Your favorite player's favorite player, LeBron, wants to play with Stephen Curry because he knows how fun and how much of a fucking good of a player he is. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, just put some respect on Curry's name, man. He's great. Stop denying that man is greatness.
I like that. Cheer, cheer. Hip, hip, hooray, man. I like that. Raider Lady 19, what you got for your 3 minutes of funk?
Yeah, my 3 minutes of funk is for the upcoming NFL season. And it's going to be the greatest. Yes, I said the greatest season in NFL history. I'm claiming it right now. So many teams are loaded. I've never seen this much balance, and this amount of teams that are absolutely loaded with talent is going to make for some spectacular football. I mean, I love football. It's actually my favorite sport. You know, it's just I just think, and I'm going to go Homer here with my Raiders. There hasn't been this much jubilation and this much anticipation inside the Raider Nation since 2002. Okay. Okay. For the first time, they put a team together. They have the brain trust in place. That's going to be there for years. Most high be willing. They actually got people who understand modern football, and this franchise is taking a turn for the better. They have a great facility. They are a place of destination. They are making money. It just everything is about it is right. I mean, that silver and black ain't nothing like it in sports. Okay, what it stands for, the chills that it brings, and how it looks. Period. The most simplistic, but yet the most impactful in sport. And I would love to see the Davis family take this franchise to the next level, and I would love to see them be perennial players in NFL, because it's true, when the Raiders are pumping, the NFL is better. Okay, you need that villain. I want them to be that villain with a Christian heading the way. Okay, so when have you seen that? A villain headed by a Christian. Okay, a diehard Christian on top of that. But they got all the pieces, man, and they're doing it right. The way they're structuring their team, the contracts that they laying out, they got people who are buying into it. They understand that this window is open. They really understand it. I can see it in their mannerisms, how they talk at the podium. They're getting ready to lock up Denzel Perryman. They ain't had a linebacker since Beaker, okay, who can actually, read, recognize, and hit the hole. I love it. I just think they're forming an identity. A real identity out here. And I always say teams are, especially defense, it all starts with your linebacking core. If you got a good linebacking core, you are for real. And that's what I'm really to see. They got Jayon Brown. He's in his redemption type of feeling. They played me over there in Tennessee. They let me go. He's still young. He's still in his 20s. I already told you about Perryman, a straight tackling machine. They got the perfect match. They got people with chips on their shoulders, people who didn't get contracts picked up to show what they got. Then you got the offensive genius of Josh McDaniels bringing in this type of new offense, and I just think it's I'm just so fired up for the football season, man. I'm so fired up. It's going to be really good football, man. Really, just top notch all the way around. Just about every team outside the Jaguars, but
and the Bears.
No, that's my 3 minutes of funk, man. It's gonna be a hellified NFL season. It's gonna be some high level, high grade, hard hitting football being played. Anybody who loves the game is gonna love this season.
Yes. Hip hip hooray! I like that. Red or Mike. You gonna follow that up for us, man?
Okay, well, like I said, I'm gonna go on and get mine. I'm a Raider too, but where I'm going with mine is somebody that needs no introduction, with being disrespected by every commentator in football, is Mr. Derek Carr, who's been really crucified and talked bad about. Oh, he's not that good, or Justin Herbert is better than him. Justin Herbert ain't won shit. Okay, let's get this shit straight right now. Derek Carr, if he's not the first best quarterback, he's not the second. He's whenever you got Russell Wilson in there too, he's probably the third or the fourth best quarterback. He's not the fifth or whatever. Justin Herbert belongs in that spot. He ain't did shit. Let's get that out the way right now. Derek Carr has done nothing but come in here and put up big numbers with the Raiders with nothing. He had nothing before 2 years ago. Nothing. Built over 4,000 yards and a completion ratio of 67% completion. You guys could talk about him all we want to, Greg, because you one of the ones that get on his ass too. You one of them. So I'm calling your ass out about it. So I'm just telling you right now, Derek Carr is about to prove to you why he is going to light the NFL on fire. He's throwing for 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Watch it. It's going to happen. That's my quarterback. And I'm telling you right now, when he came out of Fresno State, I believed in him out of Fresno State. I believe in him right now in the Raiders. Remember his 2016 year when he tore the league up? He didn't have no statistics what he has right now, but everybody was about to crown him, wasn't they? They was about to crown him until he broke his damn leg. He's on the ESPN cover with a towel around his neck. He was here. So, you know what I'm saying? He was there till we started falling. The wheels fell off. When Jack
you want to crown him, then crown his ass.
And the injuries. He got over that Jedi mind trick of his knee. About his broken fibula. He over that now. So everybody get off that man's back. I'm telling you, he coming back this year with a vengeance. He coming back with Devontae Grizzly Adams. They're going to go Grizzly on the damn NFL and shit on every team in the AFC West. And you watch. Telling you right now, the Raiders is going deep in the playoff. We're coming out of the first round. Tell you like, we're coming out of the first round. And I'm telling you right now, I got 40-something more seconds left to go. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to praise Derek Carr because he's going to get us to where we need to get to, whether any of you guys believe it or not. Like Rifty's believe it or not. You're going to believe it when you see it. Because I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. Because it's all about winning in the NFL. It ain't about nothing else. I don't give a damn how you do it. Just get it done. Like Al Davis say at the
just
end
win,
of the day,
baby.
Just win, baby. And Derek Carr, we're going to win, baby. That's it.
I like that.
You know
I like it. Look, y'all ready for football season already.
I'm already ready. Give me a helmet and some shoulder pads. I can go out.
Hey,
run a couple of routes and go sit down
all
somewhere.
You want, man, but y'all got the black Kirk Cousins over there with that star.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that name.
Who was the black Kirk Cousins?
They call Dak. That's what
you talking about Dallas.
Amari Cooper called him the black Kirk Cousins, man.
Damn, that's hard. That's harsh right there, though.
That's cold, ain't it?
Hey, damn, that's a cold cap. But I'm gonna switch it up, man. Cause y'all know me, I tried to say I'm trying to bring baseball black. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring them back, man. But we're going to go, for me, I'm going to get into their hero. I'm about to talk about George Herman Ruth, Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying? Been rumored throughout the history, you know what I'm saying, that Babe Ruth may have been black, may have had black ancestry.
Man, you saw his face.
How many of you have heard of Melungians? You know what a Melungian is?
History class,
Yeah, a Melungian is a person, you know, in the U.S. that may have been of African American or Native American or Mediterranean descent. They said George Herman Ruth's parents were both of German descent, but then I've seen different things. If you really look it up, it says his mom may have been of Melungian descent. And they show pictures of her showing that she could have been. But then also, it's not a rumor, it's a fact that Babe Ruth's parents divorced because his mom cheated on their dad. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, George, moms may have had a little hunkering for a little black little thing. But also, throughout his career, Babe Ruth, he had a nickname that was given to him by Ty Cobb. Do we all know who Ty Cobb was?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cobb.
He's considered considered to be probably the most racist person ever to play baseball. But guess what his nickname for Babe Ruth was?
What was it?
It rhymes with Jigga Hips.
Yep.
It's Nigga Lip.
Yep.
His nickname for Babe Ruth was Nigga Lips, man. You know
Should have been Nigga Nose.
You know, but the thing is, throughout baseball, the thing was he was always teased for having a wide nose and big lips. And then Ty Cobb, when they were going on, there was like some famous little hunting trip that's supposed to go down to Georgia, but Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb were supposed to share a room together. And Ty Cobb was like, I would never share a room with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was always rumored that Babe Ruth was a nigga. Also, because you got to figure these Yankees are around in the roaring 20s, right?
That man was in Harlem.
What was Babe Ruth's favorite club to go to in Harlem?
Cotton Club.
Cotton Club like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And Babe Ruth loved black women.
Just hanging with his people.
Yep.
Hanging with his people.
Yep, exactly.
So the thing was, man, Babe Ruth always wanted to manage a pro baseball team and be an owner of a pro baseball team. But the commissioner of baseball was like, we will never give him a job because he will try to integrate baseball. So that's why he was never given a job as a manager. never even considered to be in position to be an owner. And guess what Babe Ruth, one of his famous pastimes was to do? His famous pastime was to barnstorm and play against the Negro League teams. And who did he form a friendship with?
Jackie.
The best Negro League pitcher of all time.
Satchel Paige.
Satchel Paige was his boy. So all things point towards him being a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you love black women, you love the black nightlife, you love the black players, you love to be around black people. All the white people hated you because you had nigga lips, you know what I'm saying, and a wide nose. And it's rumored that your mom was a Melungian. So my 5 minutes of funk I want you to take from this is, man, Babe Ruth was a nigga, and he loved niggas, and he loved nigga shit. And, you know, at some point, we're going to find out that he had that drop of blood in him that made him black. I mean, come on, bro. He was ahead of his time. How are you that much better than everyone else? And he wanted to play against black competition because he is like, this playing against these white boys is too easy for me.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Can you
though.
imagine? Like, that's like me being freaking 10 years old and I'm like, I'm playing against freaking 5-year-olds, man. This is just too easy. Like, I don't even feel good by freaking doing this. I mean, come on, man. Who in the hell else at the top of their game can afford to be like, you know what? I'm so much better than the team we're going to play tomorrow. Guess what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to kick it all night. I'm going to drink. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to do whatever I do with the women and all that. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm still going to hit 2 or 3 home runs and be better than all my competition. And my competition hates me. My competition calls me nigga lips. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, my 5 minutes of funk, I want everybody to know Babe Ruth was his brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep bringing it to you like that. I'm going to always trying to find a little nugget for you, man. It's always rumored, but to me, in this instance, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
heard
saying?
about that, but I didn't. I heard something about that a while ago, but I just really didn't dig deep into it. But I was like, shit. Yeah. But
come on, man. The best white player of his time want to call you, your nickname is Nigga Lips? God dang, man. Come on. How much more blatant do we have to get with this shit?
right, but why don't they just say it then?
Bruh. And have you seen pictures of Babe Ruth? I mean, his lips ain't as big as mine. They ain't as big as yours or any of us on here. They ain't really that big, but his nose is big, motherfucker.
And I forgot the nose. Fire
Got
engine red.
schnoz, boy, I'm telling you.
Do.
All that food, fire engine red nose, huh?
Yes. Well, you know, I mean, with that being said, it's another wonderful episode of Sports Fan Talk. I'm gonna let everybody sign off.
This is your boy Raider Mike. You heard it from me. Derek Carr gonna set it on fire, and that's what I'm gonna say. If you don't like it, come see me.
Raider Lady, check it in and check it out. We do it every week, man. You know, we drop them jewels.
Yeah, man, it's your boy, the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share this everywhere. Yeah, man, to put some respect on Wardell's name, man. You know what I'm saying? He light skinned, but you know, he got a little darkness in him.
Yeah, he was mad at that one reporter. He saw the reporter called him. He didn't call him Steph. The reporter called him Wardell. Steph
I know. Don't nobody
like,
ever call him Wardell.
Steph looked at him like, "What the hell you just say?"
Stephen.
Yes. And this Big G, the host of the show, and I appreciate everyone for joining in. I want you to like, share, subscribe, and join us again next week. If we come on next Sunday and there's a game 7, don't trip if we're all looking back behind our to check the scores of the game.
Well, isn't it Father's Day? Is it Father's Day next week?
Father's Day is next week. You know what I'm saying? Raider Mike might not be here. I'm gonna be here, man.
We might. I don't know. It depends with my kids. You know, I go by what these kids are. They gonna take me out and honor me. You know.
I know.
They gonna honor me.
We'll see. Well, we might call it honor. We gonna see what it is, man.
I might send you something via airmail pop.
But at any rate, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. And I want to show off my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I got this is the universal peace sign for the black man. That's why I always do this. It's the same thing, if you could tell. You know what I'm saying? So when I sign off and say peace, that's what I mean. Universal peace to everybody. So
I put on my Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Wake me up when I'm free.
All
I'm
right.
saying, yes, everybody enjoy.
All right.